Tell us about more about this question of documenting human lives and what you're trying to show as you document.
I'm just thinking as I'm here, because I've been exposed to so much richness and finery, and I'm just thinking I have to go back home and work. For me, I'm just thinking that a lot of activists and allies and families, had a duty of dealing with the fact that so many people were rejected in their spaces. And I was thinking to myself, why documentation or documenting Black lesbian lives and trans people in my country is so important? Because we come from a past where a lot of Black people did not have the privilege of owning cameras and having any means of documentation except writing. And those who were radical or who transgressed the apartheid system that was in place, it meant that many people's lives ended up not being part of the historical documents of South Africa. So I'm thinking now, if a lot of activists and artists, and like artists, I mean musicians or cultural activists, documented their histories in different places in America and also in Europe, why can't we? Why can't we make sure that it's our responsibility as members of the LGBTI communities in South Africa do the same? In order to share with so many homophobes who want to drive the myth around the un-African homosexuality, as some of you might have read about it, how the Ugandan government proposed the anti-homosexuality bill in 2009. And then in South Africa, we have all these laws that protect us, like the right to marry, the right to adopt children as a same-sex couple, the right to have pension for your spouse in case anything happens. Like I said, we are in a better position, but the truth is, without any images that could complement the same constitution and also all those laws in place, it will mean that we do not exist. So for me, it's not a matter of of luxury. So documentation or visual activism has formed part of my reality, and also to say that this is it's not about luxury, it's about lives,
Yeah.
And if you have places like Lesbian History Archives in New York that have massive materials of lesbians who existed in America about 50, 60 years ago, and you see the work of Pat Parker, the work of Audre Lorde, the people who came before us and used different media or mediums to articulate their sexuality and their existence and resistance in space, it meant that somebody from Africa or somebody from South Africa had to take on this work and make sure that we share, and also we share with so many people in different parts of the world to say, we are here, we are LGBTI people, we deserve respect and recognition through all out. In the mainstream media, on TV, the documentaries that we produce need to form part of the mainstream in order to challenge, the transphobia, the lesbophobia and homophobia that still persist.